Welcome, champion. How do you do? Greetings to you, my beautiful listeners and handsome audience. Always remember, in every situation, in every circumstance, always choose life, right? Life is best, right? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, right? You're welcome to today's session. Our objective is termly tests, the foundation that determines success or failure. I know when I talk about termly tests, a lot of students and a lot of parents knows what I'm talking about, right? Now, termly test is popularly called continuous assessment tests. It is called continuous assessment test, CA1 and CA2, CA1 and 2, right? Now that termly test is that foundation to determine your success. When I'm talking about success, I mean having very good grades, right? Or your failure. That same termly test determines if you are going to fail at the end of the term. Now, let's proceed. That 30 or 40 marks will determine your final grade at the end of this term. Now, the total grade at the end of each term is is 100, right? Now, just imagine that you move 40 marks out of 100. What is left? You only have 60, right? For examination. Now, it is only in very few cases you see students get 60 over 60. Very few cases. And for a student to get 60 over 60, it means that student is a top tier student, not an average student. So just imagine that you move 40 marks out of 60 marks. Out of 100 marks, what's left? 60 marks. So that's why termly test is that foundation that determines your success or failure. Same thing with the 30 marks. By the time you move 30 marks out of 100 marks, what's left? 70 marks. Do you understand? And it's not all students that can get 70 over 70 or 60 over 70. For you to get these two grades or scores, that means you are a top tier student. At least you are there, right? Now let's proceed. That 30 or 40 marks will determine your final grade at the end of this term. Now, final grade, whether you will be a star student, A, right, B, right, credit, or you are going to get a pass, or you are going to get You are going to get an F in that subject, right? Now, continuous assessment test is divided into two. We have the CA1 and we have the CA2. So, termly test, which is popularly known as continuous assessment test, is divided into two, CA1 and 2. Now let's talk about CA1. CA1 happens in the first half of the term. That's the first half, right? While CA2 happens in the second half of the term, each carrying 15 or 20 marks depending on the school grading system. I told you that the total grade or score for continuous assessment is 40 in some schools. In some schools, it is 30 marks, right? So, in a school that conducts CA1 and CA2, that means they are going to split that 30 marks or the 40 marks into 20, right? So that 30 marks has been splitted into 15. That's why I said each carrying 15 or 20 marks, depending on on the school grading system. Now let's proceed. Why some schools does only one CA test and uses other termly assessments such as group project or work, right? Personal project or work, right? Class test assignment, right, or classworks to top it up as the remainder. Now let me take that again. Now, why some school does only one CA test? They do one CA test, one announced CA test, and uses other forms of assessment, right, like group project, personal project, that they will give them, and each of these projects work will carry either 5 to 10 marks depending on the subject teacher, or they do a class test, or they use an assignment or a class work to top up for the remaining marks, right? Now, special announcement. Let's go for this brief break. Do you know you can get 10% or more cashback when you shop using our unique affiliate link in the description of today's session, right? So enjoy this massive 10% or more cashback when you shop on back to school items, household item, electronics. Just you go into it. It's very easy and simple to shop, right? Just go into today's episode description, right? You'll find an affiliate link. Click on that link. Shop using our unique affiliate link. Trust me, it's one experience you are going to enjoy, right? And remember, let your friends and your family use our links, right? That's a way of supporting the best EduCreator show, and I want to say thank you as you shop, right? Now let's get back into our objective. If you want to improve your grades if you want to improve your grades, then you have to do well in your CA test. If you are tired of being at the bottom of the class, you are always getting E, D in all your subjects or a credit, then you have to do very well in your CA test, right? So out of 30, now let me give you a scenario. Out of 30 marks, 27, 28 or even 30 marks for each subject is a good one, right? It's a good one, right? And out of 40 marks, 37 to 40, either you get it 37, 38, 39 or 40 marks, should be your target for each of your subjects. That should be your target for because trust me, if you get, let's just say you get 37 over 40 in your mathematics or 38 over 40 in your physics, right? To get an A, it's going to be very easy. For you as a student to get 38 over 40 in test or 37 over 40, it means you are doing well, you are doing very, very well. So that means for you to get 37, 38 over 40 in your exam score, you can do better, and by the time your test and your exam is summed up, you will be scoring an A. So these things are not magic, it's not rocket science, it's just very easy, simple mathematics. So sit up, sit tight, and ensure that you do very well in your termly test, popularly known as continuous assessment test. It is very, very important. Now let's go for another brief break. Today I call on everyone that you can all become a member of our Life is Best community. Now, what is Life is Best community? It's an educative community whereby we address educational issues. If you check all our content, you notice it's about how you can improve your grades, student related issue, academics, right, and life issues will be discussed in that community. Now, free private sessions, free monthly online events for all our subscribed members. To subscribe, kindly use the link in today's description to subscribe. Just go into today's description, right? Subscribe using the link in today's description, and automatically you'll become a member. Now, as a student, how should I prepare for CA tests? That's the next question on everyone's mind. Early preparation is key. Start early to study your school notes, right? And be an active listener. Pay close attention to your teachers, and finally, stay away from every form of distraction. Distraction from friends, family, peers. Stay away from distraction. And finally, you can add yours in the comment section. Bye bye. Thank you.